Alright, so I figured I would just do a quick little video here to check in with you guys so you can see how all the animals are doing. So it is late December. It's actually the day before Christmas Eve at the time of this filming. And we're supposed to get some freezing rain and ice and sleet tomorrow morning on Christmas Eve. It is very, very cold here. But you can see the chickens are all still doing great. The key to keeping your chickens comfortable in the wintertime is to make sure that their coop is dry and clean and draft free. I don't use any artificial heat or lighting because I don't want to have any fire hazards. And I think it's nice for them to get that little bit of a break in the winter where their bodies stop laying quite as many eggs. It makes the chicken live longer. It gives them a chance to recuperate. It's part of their natural cycle. So I don't give them any artificial lighting. One thing you can do though is you can give them whole shell corn. My hands are really dry from the winter, so I won't do any more close-ups of that. But you can give them whole shell corn. It's rich in carbohydrates. It's a great energy source. Now just give this to them as a treat on really cold days, especially before night when it gets even colder. And this will help them create energy to keep their little bodies warm. If you keep them in a nice draft-free, dry, clean coop, and you keep them well fed, they should be fine. One thing to keep in mind though, you do want to make sure that the coop has enough ventilation that they don't damage their respiratory systems. You don't want it completely shut up. During the day, I open the small windows in their coop just enough to let a little bit of airflow in, but then at night I do close it completely so they stay warm. And then during the day, they're all out here in the open all day long. That has worked really well for me for the past almost 5 years now. When you give them a warm treat, you can also make them scrambled eggs. Now, of course, you don't need to add any seasonings like you would for yourself, but they do really like scrambled eggs. It's a good source of protein, especially this time of year when they're still usually recovering from molting and they need more protein. So I just refilled some water for them. I refilled all their feeders and I gave them some corn, so we are ready for the snow and ice. But all of them are doing really well. I'll give you a quick update on my horse, Cinabara. She's my rescue Arabian mare. So recently I went for my very first ever bareback ride with her. Here's some pictures and some very, very brief footage because it was my first time ever bareback riding, so I focused more on doing that properly instead of filming. But here's that. She was really, really good for it. She's been super well behaved. At one point, there was this loud crashing, booming sound coming from the field nearby. I have no clue what it was, but it startled her, but she was such a good girl. She didn't spook or freak out or anything. It seemed like she knew to be extra careful because I was trying my best to get used to the new feel of riding without a saddle, and it was very different from riding with a saddle. So it's almost like she knew to be extra careful, and I really appreciated the fact that she stayed smart and didn't freak out at the loud noise. We even weaved in between the poles a few times, so overall it was a great success, and I'll definitely be practicing that more to perfect it. And since Christmas is just about here, we will check back in on Christmas, and I will show you what some of the animals got as their gifts. We'll check in with Eva, and I'll update you on the lizards. Alright, so it's a few days later, and the snowstorm was a bust. We got a tiny bit of sleet and snow, but it was hardly anything, and you can see it didn't even stick. So no exciting weather updates, but I am going to show you what the chickens got for Christmas. I've shown this product before in other videos because my chickens really like it. It's by Hentastic, and I like that it's made in the USA. It has mealworms, oregano, mint, turmeric, basil, and parsley, so all good, healthy stuff for them. You can get this at the local feed store. You can see they're really excited. And then I also got them this. It has black soldier fly larva in it. It has mealworms. It even has shrimp. It's got, looks like some beetles in there. So all the good, gross stuff that chickens love. And this time of year, they could use the extra protein. We'll just give them a couple sprinkles here and there. I think they're happy with their gift, so now let's go inside and we'll let Eva open up her Christmas presents. Most of what Eva got are toys, but she did get a couple treats, which I'll show you. One of the treats, it looks like a little sausage link. It's a Happy Howie dog treat. And then the other one is a Himalayan chew. I believe it's called the yak bone. It's made of yak milk and lime juice. So all digestible, natural, safe ingredients. We do not feed any rawhide here. Please avoid that. A lot of the big stores try to push those as good Christmas gifts for dogs this time of year, but it's just not safe and it's not worth the risk. So always check the ingredients and make sure you know what your dog treats are made out of. But anyways, let's get inside and I will show you everything that she got.
For monkeys.
Put some in there.
Oh, it's USB rechargeable. I guess I have to read the instructions so I know how to use it.
She kissed it.
And avoid objects. But how do you turn it on? Oh, there we go.
Come get it! Come
Okay, get it! That would be fun to like take all the cars out of the garage and let her play with it. Get it, monkey! Oh, get it, monkey! She'd love that in the gym, wouldn't she?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Get it, monkey! Get it!
She's kind of afraid to bite it, I think. Oh, she defeated it.
Monkey, get it!
Get it, monkey! Get it! Get it! Get it, monkey! Get it! Get it! She likes it better without the music. Get it, monkey! Go get it!
Get it, monkey.
Alright, here's the charging cable for it. It looks like it's USB-C.
Maybe she thinks it's a pet and she doesn't want to hurt it. Go get it! Good girl! can do it, Monkey.
Maybe I need to take off the tag.
Yeah, let's take off the tag. Yeah, she was trying to open it up the other day because I guess she could smell it was for her. And when I told her no, she was crying like a baby. Monkey, you want the rest of your toys? You can have this later, Monkey. So Monkey's being dramatic because I told her she could have the other treats later since she just had one of those little Howie sausages and she's just laying here acting all sad and won't stop staring. So I'll give her a little tiny piece because she's so cute. And they're real tiny, so one more little treat won't hurt her. You happy now, Shrimp? So another animal update is that Fuji, my leopard gecko, has been moved into his larger tank. And he has a nice background for it. So you just unlock it, slide it open. And it's daytime, so he is asleep in his humid hide right now. But I'll put a picture of him on the screen so you can see him. And then he has another hide here. And this is really cool because the mushrooms glow in the dark at night. But it's not a very strong glow, so it won't disturb him. It's just a real soft one. And then we got some more fake decorative mushrooms right there. I got some more where I keep his water bowl. And then over here at the warm end of his tank, so this half is where his heating pad is underneath the tank to keep him warm. And this is the cool half, so that way he can go back and forth depending on how he's feeling. So on the warm side, I got his dish with calcium in it and some mealworms. And then his dry hide over here. We got some plants to make it nice and pretty. And the nice thing about most leopard geckos, and this is what he does, they tend to go to the bathroom in just one corner of the tank, and he goes in this corner. He stands on top of his dry hide and drops it. So it's really, really nice because it makes the tank look nice, and it makes it easy to clean because I just have to pull out his little hide and, you know, clean out that corner. Now, even though he does keep his tank clean besides that one corner where he uses the bathroom, I do change this out regularly, but it's nice because it's reptile carpet, so you can save money and reuse it. I have two of them that I swap out. I'll take out the used one and I'll wash it and dry it, and then I will put one that I already have clean and prepared in here in the meantime, so that way he's not going through a waiting period before he has substrate back in the tank. I just use hot water and a little bit of Dawn dish soap, rinse it off completely, let it dry. It's super easy. So yeah, he's really been liking his new tank. I got it off of Amazon. And then over here in this section, I recently got a new little baby crested gecko. But I just had a whole video featuring her, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. Instead, I'll put the link to her video in the description below, so make sure you go check that out because she is beautiful. And you didn't ask for this, but here's some up-close shots of some of my plants. These are called lithops, and they like it very, very dry. And then here's one of my personal favorites, my pinecone cactus, and a little baby that I recently propagated off of it. Here's the name of that plant and where I got it from. And this is called a Karoo rose. Another desert plant that likes it really dry. As you can tell, I like the really odd looking, unique plants. And then I can't remember if this was a Buddhist temple or a moon glow, but it's some type of crassula plant. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it's a variegated one. And this cute little planter I got from a little local plant shop called the Succulent Hippie. And then there's some air plants that I have. Now air plants do like it more moist, so I keep these here just because the grow light is good for them. But several times a week I do remove them from here and I'll mist them down. And then maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks I'll give them a good soak, where I just put them in a bowl of water and let them sit for a little bit. And then this, I believe, is my barrel cactus. I got that a really long time ago when it was really, really tiny. I'm pretty sure it was a barrel cactus, but don't quote me on that. And it's daytime, so I'm not going to pester them, but all the crest geckos are doing really well. I recently made a video about my tangerine project, so make sure you go on my channel and check that out. You can hear some updates on all of the babies. I showed them all off in that video. See, there's a lot to look forward to in 2025. All the animals are doing great, lots of projects and goals I'm working on. And it looks like 2025 is going to start off successfully because that is when I'm expecting to have some offspring from my Sable Crested Gecko, who I'm super excited about. And here's my pride and joy from this season, my little tangerine baby. Hatched in August and still has that beautiful tangerine color. It's not even fired up right here and you can still see the orange. So this is one that I'm most likely going to be holding back for my future tangerine projects. To close this off, I'll show you some updated pictures of all the baby crested geckos that I recently took. It's a bit of a shame though, most of them weren't fully fired up in the pictures, but I didn't want to pester them too much because they're young, and it was tank cleaning day, which was why I had them out and was taking pictures of them, so I didn't want to have them out too long during the day when they were trying to sleep. So, not the best to show off their true colors, and plus they're still young and still have a lot of developing to do, but regardless, here's those pictures. And then I will show you some brief footage of my rubber ducky isopod colony because they are absolutely thriving. So many people say that they're hard to get to reproduce, but mine are doing great. I got them back in the spring of this year, and I have a video on my channel about that too. I think it's titled The Easiest Micro Pet. And it was just a small colony of very young rubber ducky isopods that I got them, but they have been doing fantastic. I have so many now. So I'll probably be having to upgrade them to a larger bin in the near future, and when that happens, I'll make a video and make sure to show you guys that. But that's enough rambling for now. Let's get into that footage. think she might be getting ready to lay some eggs. Her pattern is so pretty. But we'll leave her alone. I will update you if she lays anything. Meantime, here's Cannoli. He's still doing good. Grumpy like usual. And the live plants in his bioactive terrarium are thriving.